Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and Russian Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov will also attend the meeting with President Trump and President Putin. Tillerson, the retired ExxonMobil CEO, has more experience dealing with Putin than anyone in the Trump administration, and that could help the president navigate this morning's meeting. Major Garrett is in Hamburg, Germany, with Putin's relationship with U.S. leaders. Major, good morning.
Good morning. President Trump has allotted only 30 minutes for his meeting with Vladimir Putin. With translation, that doesn't leave much time beyond pleasantries. But for these world leaders, even those could be by turns interesting and awkward.
Well, I have no relationship with him other than he called me a genius. The other day, Putin, he said Donald Trump is brilliant.
At times, candidate Donald Trump appeared taken by Vladimir Putin's flattery.
Maybe we'll have a good relationship. Maybe we'll have a horrible relationship.
As president, he must now keep his guard up.
Putin, as a trained KGB officer, he is never caught off guard, and he's never short of words.
Angela Stent has written extensively on Putin's relationship with American presidents and has met with him a dozen times.
He has spent most of his adult life understanding the strengths and weaknesses of his partners and opponents and how to maximize those for his own benefit.
Putin has charmed other American presidents, most memorably George W. Bush.
I found it to be very straightforward and trustworthy. I was able to get a sense of his soul.
Mr. Bush thought Putin was a true ally, especially after 9/11. He hosted Putin on his Texas ranch and on a fishing trip in Maine. Putin shattered that optimism with his 2008 invasion of neighboring Georgia, the first sign of Putin's nationalist and expansionist foreign policy. Relations with former President Obama further soured when Putin seized Crimea, housed renegade national security leaker Edward Snowden, and backed Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad.
I think we're poised to increase.
Their body language at the 2013 G8 summit in Ireland illustrated the rift, something Mr. Obama later described.
He's got that kind of slouch, looking like the bored kid in the back of the classroom.
Stent says Putin was insulted and wants to regain prestige with Mr. Trump.
He needs to come out of this looking stronger and looking as if the relationship he had with President Obama, that's over, and that President Trump is going to respect him.
Putin and his team always look for the advantage. That means there are risks for the new American president.
One of the dangers is that you could get President Trump to agree to something which he might then have to roll back.
We're not getting along with Russia at all.
Mr. Trump has maintained all Obama-era sanctions imposed for election meddling. In February, the president said relations with Russia were too toxic for progress.
Putin probably assumes that he can't make a deal with me anymore because politically it would be unpopular for a politician to make a deal. In diplomatic circles, there is a legendary story about Putin's research and attempts to intimidate. He brought a large black Labrador to his very first meeting with German Chancellor Angela Merkel after learning that Merkel was afraid of dogs. The meeting continued, but Merkel got a very real sense of Putin's methods. White House aides have kept Mr. Trump's preparations for this meeting simple and straightforward, reminding him to seek short-term U.S. objectives without seeking any big breakthroughs. Gayle?
That dog story, very telling. Thank you very much, Major Garrett in Hamburg.